Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that you're waiting for is here. My review / rant on the 8th of September 2022. And hey guys, it's me, Thomason today. And I'm going to make a review / rant on the 8th of September 2022. And it's not just a review / rant, but it's an ultra mega huge extreme rant on the 8th of September 2022. Because you know what happened to Queen Elizabeth II. She passed away at the age of 96 years old. So sad to see Queen Elizabeth II go. And I'll explain the story of what happened on that day. And not only that, before Queen Elizabeth II died, did you know that she was under health condition, I think? Yeah. Sad to see Queen Elizabeth II go. Anyways, let's get started. And I'll tell you the story about what happened from the start to the end. At 8 o'clock, I woke up and I was ready and getting ready for school. And then I had my breakfast, and then got dressed, and then I got in the car ready for school. And then the car drove me off to school, and then I got out of the car and then arrived into the class at 8:35 a.m., which is not early or late. And the lessons I had first and second was social, and the third lesson I had was drama, and the fourth and fifth lesson was skills. And then I didn't know which ones, but I just couldn't remember what I did in there. Yeah, it was like almost 7 weeks ago. Yeah. And then at 2:50 p.m., it is time to go home now. It's time to go home now. And it's home time, and we all left the school building, and then at 2:55 p.m., 2:50 p.m., I went home. 2:55 p.m., the car arrived at the house, and I got home, and then got changed into my normal clothes, and then at 3 o'clock, I'm all changed, and then I got on my phone at 3 o'clock, and then could have just prayed if Queen Elizabeth II is going to live longer until age 100 years old. And then 10 minutes later at 15:10 hours, which is 10 minutes past 3:10 p.m., which is the saddest time ever. You know what happened. I'll tell you. Queen Elizabeth II has died peacefully at the age of 96 years, 140 days old at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. In the United Kingdom. It's so sad to see Queen Elizabeth II go, who was the longest reigning monarch in British history. Britain's longest reigning monarch for 70 years was gone. He's gone now. So sad. And Charles III, who is the son of Queen Elizabeth II, Charles is now king. He is now King Charles III. Is because King Charles III is the Queen's oldest son and oldest child. Yeah, it's very sad to see Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II go. She was my number one most favourite member of the royal family member ever. She was my favourites from the royal family. Yeah, I'm very sad. I was very sad to see Queen Elizabeth II go. Very sad. And then, at 4:30, my mum called me down and said, "This is not good news. Queen the Queen is and said the Queen is not looking good. She's not long now. She might die tonight, which she already did die at 10 minutes past 3. And then I was going to pray. I prayed if Queen Elizabeth II is going to live and stay alive, because I want her to live to the age of 100 on the 21st of April 2026 to become a centenarian. Yeah, she was under health condition, I think. And then at 5:45 p.m. I I went searched Colonel Sanders' date of birth, saying tomorrow it's his birthday, on the 9th of September. Yeah. And Colonel Sanders would have turned 132 years old at the time. Yeah. And then at 2:50 p.m. I had my food. No, not 2:50 p.m. It's 5:50. It's 5:50 p.m. I had it. I just got a little confused. Sorry about that. But 5:50 p.m. I had my food, and I had mash and sausage. And then 5 minutes later, 5:55 p.m., I had my food. Yeah, finished my food. Yeah. And then yep. And yes. I finished my food at the time, and then I was still praying to see if Queen Elizabeth II is going to live. I prayed at 6 o'clock if the Queen is going to make it. But then at 6:30 p.m., half an hour later, 30 minutes later, 6:30 p.m., which is like 6:30, 18:30 hours in the evening, the death was announced on the news about Queen Elizabeth II. It said the Queen dies, and the text said, "Yep, the purple rectangle and on the yellow text said the Queen dies in capital letters, and on the bottom text with white text with a black rectangle says Buckingham Palace has announced Her Majesty the Queen has died. It's very sad to see Queen Elizabeth II go. The death was announced at 6:30 p.m. And I watched the news and I was so sad. I was almost crying. And I was almost going to sob. Yeah. It's very sad to see Queen Elizabeth II go. She died after 70 years of being on the throne. Yeah. And I watched it on Sky News, and I was very shocked as it said the Queen dies. Very shocked. I was so shocked that I was so shocked that that she was the Queen of the United Kingdom, that she just died. She was the longest reigning monarch in British history. So sad to see the Queen go. If you want proof it was Sky News, here's proof. See, I watched it on Sky News, and I was very sad that the United Kingdom lost our Queen, which is who was the longest reigning British monarch in history. It's very sad to see Queen Elizabeth II go. And it says 1831. 1831, which is like 31 minutes past 6, is because it had the picture of Queen Elizabeth II on there. It had the picture of Queen Elizabeth II at 1831 hours, which is 1 minute after 6:30. Very sad to see Queen Elizabeth II go. Queen Elizabeth II, may you rest in peace up in heaven with Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Rest in peace up in heaven with your husband, Queen Elizabeth II. And it said Queen Elizabeth II died from old age in a newspaper. And yeah, the news said on Sky News, Buckingham Palace has announced Her Majesty the Queen has died. But the man who announced it on the news was Dermot Monaghan. He said something like, "We have some very important news. Buckingham Palace has just announced that Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II has died. She was 96 years old. The Queen died just a few moments ago," the announcement at Balmoral. She was the longest reigning monarch in British history and the world's oldest head of state. Her eldest son and heir, Charles, the former Prince of Wales, is now the King, and he plays the British national anthem because the death of Queen Elizabeth II, for her life to celebrate the Queen's life. It's very sad to see Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II go. It was the saddest death I've ever saw in history. Very sad. And the worst death I've ever saw in history. It was very sad. Queen Elizabeth II reminded me of my nana, who lived to the age of 85 years, 13 days. But she was born on the 3rd of January 1933 and died on the 16th of January 2018. My nana was my dad's mother, and my dad lost his sister, which was my aunt, who also died at the age of 67 years, 44 days on the 14th of July 2022. And she was born on the 31st of May 1955. And then the worst death for super centenarians ever was Kane Tanaka's death for this year, because Kane Tanaka was very close to make it to the age of 120 years old. She was 9 months away of reaching the age of 120. Kane Tanaka was born on the 2nd of January 1903 and died on the 19th of April 2022 at age 119 years, 107 days, as being the oldest ever person from Japan and the oldest person ever since oldest living person ever from the 22nd of July 2018 until the 19th of April 2022. And she was the oldest person ever from Japan and Asia ever in history. Very sad to see my nana go in 2018, and in 2022, Kane Tanaka and my aunt, and even Queen Elizabeth II, this year in 2022. Queen Elizabeth II's death was the worst death ever. I miss Queen Elizabeth II so much in my heart. She was my number one most favourite member of the royal family member in history. And my mother watched the news with me, and she was bursting into tears and said, No, Thomas, the Queen has died." And I was very shocked and almost cried. And then I made a very sad news video about Queen Elizabeth II dying and made a reaction video about it. using a clip from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic where Rainbow Dash was bursting into tears. Full. I made my last video, share this if you miss Queen Elizabeth II. And then that's it. I'm glad this day ended at midnight on the 9th of September 2022. It was the worst day ever in history. And I give this day a 0 out of 100. It's the worst day ever of my whole life. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video and goodbye.